Hi everybody, this is Cindy. Welcome back to another video. This is only my second video, my first video. I was so concerned with making sure that the technology was right that I actually forgot to show you how to make the food, the filling for the burritos that I made. So I'm not going to make that mistake again this time. So today we're making Chunky Monkey muffins, and I found this recipe on Caitlin Shoemaker's page. I really love her page. Her recipes are so good. They're so simple. And we've made these muffins before. My son absolutely loves them. They're delicious. So I thought I would try them, record what I was making, and share it with you guys. So to start off, we're going to be using 2.5 cups of whole rolled oats. And we're going to divide that into a 1/2 cup and then 2 cups. We're going to add the 2 cups to a blender and grind it up to a fine oat flour. If you have oat flour, you can use that. You're not going to want to use 2 cups though. You're going to want to use somewhere between 1.5 cups and 1 2/3 cups. But you don't have to use that. You can grind up your own oats if you want. So you're going to take those oats, you're going to put them in a bowl, and then you're going to add your 1/2 cup of coconut sugar and a tablespoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you're going to want to combine that just so there's no clumps of any one certain ingredient anywhere. You can use a fork, you can use a whisk, whatever works better for you. And then once you have that combined, you're going to grab another bowl and you're going to add your bananas. Now this recipe calls for 4 bananas. 3 bananas you're going to mash, and then 1 banana you're going to keep at the end and chop it up. In this video, I forgot the 4th banana, but we got the 3 bananas here. So you're going to want to make sure that your bananas are ripe, brown and spotty. These bananas, I think they were too ripe. I wouldn't go any darker than these bananas. After they get too dark, they go from sweet to kind of vinegary, and I think mine was at the last day of sweet. I normally don't let my bananas go this dark, but I really needed to use them up. So you're going to want to put the 3 bananas in a bowl, and you're going to mash them up until you get a banana mash. And you can use a fork, you can use a hand mixer, whatever works for you. I like the hand mixer because it does it really fast, and when I'm incorporating my dry ingredients, it just seems to blend everything up much smoothly than a spatula or a fork would do. So once your bananas are all mixed up, you're going to want to add your other wet ingredients. So first we're going to add our flax egg. Now, because this recipe is a plant-based recipe, it's vegan, there's no animal products in it, we're not using eggs. So a good egg replacer is a flax egg or a chia seed egg. You're going to want to take flax meal, 2 tablespoons of flax meal to 6 tablespoons of water, and just mix that up about 15 to 20 minutes before you start putting your ingredients together, just so it coagulates together and it kind of solidifies. That's going to help hold your mixture together. So add your flax egg, add your peanut butter. We don't use peanut butter. I'm allergic to peanuts and some other nuts that you'll find out about over time. I did add a 1/4 cup of sunflower seed butter instead. We use that. You're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar as well. So just blend that up to combine. And once that's all good and blended up, you're going to add your dry ingredients. Now, in Caitlin's video, she says to add little by little. I didn't find that I needed to do that. You can if you want to, but you really don't have to. So I just dumped all my ingredients into the bowl, and I used a blender. I think if you're using a spoon or, a big mixing spoon or a fork, you are going to want to do little bit by little bit. I think it does make it easier to do that. But if you have a hand mixer, just throw it all in there. You're going to want to grab a spoon, some kind of spoonula, spatula, like a mixing spoon, and scrape down the sides. And just make sure that everything Oops, sorry, my audio just went out. So yeah, go ahead and mix that up, and just take a silicone spoon, spoonula, baking spoon, whatever you got, and just scrape down those sides. Now this is where we add the nuts, the dairy-free chocolate chips, and where you would add your 4th banana. We didn't use the banana, but just if you have a 4th banana, go ahead and cut it up into chunks and put that in here, fold it in good. The original recipe calls for walnuts, and I can't have walnuts either, so I used a 1/4 cup of pecans. And because my son has oral apraxia, he can't chew hard solids like nuts and seeds, so I did put those nuts through a coffee grinder, and then I blended them in. I folded them in. So go ahead and take your cupcake tray. I use parchment paper liners, and I bake these muffins at 350 for 35 minutes. Now look, this is a plant-based recipe. There's no dairy. There's no animal products in it at all. And look how moist and fluffy this muffin is. It's absolutely delicious. So my name is Cindy. Thank you again for watching, and like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll try to put more out soon.